In this video, I want to talk to you guys about loss and distance, and specifically about loss and distance as you get older. As you get older, you lose mobility, and we want to be able to take the club back and get in a good position where you can get power. So if you've lost distance recently, or you feel like you want to prevent losing distance in the future, listen to what I'm going to say, because I'm going to tell you how we create distance, and I'm going to tell you how to get a bigger turn and be able to get back to the ball so you can maintain or actually gain distance as you get older. So when you come back, if you've gotten older or lost flexibility and your backswing gets shorter, you lose the ability to create power. Think about a long jumper. So if you're doing a broad jump, just a standing broad jump, and you're jumping from here without any momentum, it's tough. You have to use 100% muscle to get that distance that you're going to jump. But if you take a step back and you take one step and you jump, you're going to get a lot more distance. And then you think about an Olympic long jumper, and they're way back and they take a big run and then they jump an extraordinary distance. It's the same thing with golf. So if you've lost distance, you're going to lose the ability to get back to the ball unless you still carry a lot of muscle. Well, as you get older, you also lose muscle mass. So what we want to do is be able to create a bigger turn and get back so you can get the distance and the power and speed coming into the ball. So typically when I'm teaching younger golfers, I like them to square up. I like the back foot to be perpendicular to the target line. And that's going to make it easy to start the downswing from the ground up. So if you're here and your weight goes back to the instep, you're limiting your hip rotation, and hopefully you have a lot of mobility in the upper body, and you can get a really big turn and get back to the ball. As we get older, we lose the ability to do that. So what I want you to do is set up, and you're going to open the right foot a little bit. If you're a right-handed golfer, the trail foot opens a little bit, and that's going to allow you to get more internal hip rotation in the backswing. As you get more internal hip rotation, you'll be able to swing further back. But I don't want you to lose sight of when you turn back, the weight has to go to the instep of the right foot. So even though the foot's open, we still want to be pushing into the instep and be able to swing back, because you want to start the downswing from the ground up. When you start the downswing from the ground up, you're building on top of each move. So your lower body starts to bounce. Then your torso starts to go. As that happens, your torso should carry about 40% more speed than your leg drive did. And then that transfers to the arm. When it gets to the arm, again, you're going up 40, 50% as you come back into the ball. This makes it really, really important to start the downswing from the ground up. So again, you're coming back, having this foot open, allowing yourself a little more turn and get the club to come further back. That's going to give you more room to gain momentum coming into the shot. The more momentum you have coming into the shot, further you're going to hit the golf ball. So with my right foot squared in, or my trail foot squared in, and I'm getting shoulder turn, I'm going to take it back, and here I'm starting to feel some tightness. As it goes to the top of the swing, you're getting more tightness. If you open that foot, your hips can rotate more. Again, trying to keep the weight on the instep of the foot, but you can take the club a lot further back. And again, that's going to translate into more power. So let's take a look at what it looks like.
So we're going to slow it down and take a look at what's going on in the backswing. This first swing, I have my right foot, or my trail foot, squared into the target line. You can see as I turn back, my hips turn, but they turn because my shoulders are turning. Because my right foot is square, it's limited in how much they're going to rotate back. You can see at the top of the backswing, I have much less shoulder turn here than I'm going to in the one we're going to look at going forward. But again, you're not seeing any sway as I turn to the back foot. The weight staying on the instep of the right foot. It's easier to do with the right foot squared in, and this is why I teach younger players to do it this way, because they can move back without any limitations as far as how far they're going back. Now let's take a look at the swing with the right foot slightly open. This is the only change I make here. And you can see the shoulders still turn the hips back. I'm not turning the hips to turn them, but my weight still goes to the instep of the trail foot. That's imperative for getting the downswing to start from the ground up. And as I said earlier in the video, when your downswing starts from the ground up, you're getting an exponential return, because every step it goes as it moves up the chain from your feet to your shoulders and ultimately to the club head, you're gaining momentum as you get back to the ball. But my weight stays on the instep so I can start the swing from the ground up. I get a much bigger shoulder turn so I can carry more momentum into the golf ball. Here's a look at the two top positions. You can see my trail shin is at the same angle in both of these. This keeps the weight on the instep. If you open your foot and then you're sliding and getting on the outside of the trail foot at the top of the backswing, this is all going to backfire. You're actually going to lose distance. You're not going to be able to get back to the ball the right way. But you can see how much more shoulder turn I have in the one on the right, which is the later swing. And I'm able to get back with more power to the ball. So I'm returning that distance that we lose as we get a lack of mobility or get older.
Hope that educates your game. I'll talk to you soon.